What's up, guys? Welcome back to the Team Solemn Circus live video. On the left side here, we have Tearlaments, the deck that's been slaughtered on every single ban list that we've had since its release, and it's still kicking. It's kicking in TCG and in OCG here. And on the right side here, we're still under the sea with Marincess, a Cyber deck that is very, very popular, with lots of hand traps in their deck, as every Cyber deck, but before we dive in, over to like, comment, subscribe. I hope you guys enjoyed the video here. We're on the road to 5K, and we need your guys' support. Most people, only 10% of you guys are actually subscribed here. So if you guys hit the subscription bell, it's free, as well as it helps the channel a lot here. But we're going to be seeing Marincess going to be going first, diving in. Normal summoning out the Mandarin, not the greatest normal summon, but it still gets us there. Going for the Sea Angel. Sea Angel will be able to activate its effects here. Tier doesn't actually play that many hand traps. It is all gas. It is like the fusion dot deck. So we're going to see the Sea Angel here. Search for the Battle Oceans, and we're going to be having the dive, which can go summon from the deck here because we have Battle Oceans. And we can get out the Blue Tang, and Blue Tang is pretty much full combo if I do recall. Then we're going to activate the effect here, which is going to let us dump the Seahorse. Then we're going to link both of those away for probably a copy of Coral Anemone here. And that's going to let us also activate the effect of the Blue Tang here. And we do not hit. Kind of like Purely, always missing. We're going to be able to summon out the Seahorse. Then we can actually summon out the Mandarin here as well. Then we're going to be linking away for a Blue Slug probably. Yeah, we're going to be seeing a Blue Slug. Then we're going to add back the Seahorse. And here we're going to link 2 away into the Triangle most likely. And then we're going to activate the effect here, and then it's going to also let us add back, Coral is going to let us add back here the Blue Tang, and then we're going to be discarding the Blue Tang off of the Coral to search for the Trap. This is also going to make our level 4, or all our monsters unaffected, I believe, if we control level 4 link. Very busted. It's also going to let us have a Spell and Trap me here. We're going to be specialing out the Seahorse, and then we're going to go for a Crystal Heart, and this is going to make it so while the while Battle Ocean on the field, the Argonaut's going to be unaffected by his opponent's card effects. Then we're going to be able to equip 3 here. Very, very busted, to be honest. And then we're going to be simply passing turn on this. So you have a Spell and Trap negate with a Imperm that makes our monster unaffected here. And then an unaffected monster as well that gains like a bunch of attack off of the Battle Oceans. So our opponent's going to be drawing for turn here, and they have 6 cards. We do see a planet, I think a beast as well, a trap. Not too sure. But will they be able to crack this board is the question. And we might have some hand traps in our hand as well. We're going to be starting off with a Scream. And then we're going to normal summon out Merly here. So Merly's going to be Chain Link 1. Scream's going to be Chain Link 2. Which means we're going to be able to mill 6 cards, I believe. But they are going to be negating the Scream here with the effect, summoning out the Argonaut. Or not the Argonaut, summoning out the Coral. And so we're going to be ending up hitting the Kelbeck here, and that's huge. We hit Kelbeck as well as Rhino Heart. So if we have the... Looks like we're thinking about this. We're going to be Chainlink 1 Keldo, Chainlink 2 Rhino Heart. So summoning out the Rhino Heart here. And then we're going to be dumping, and we end up hitting an Agito as well here. It's pretty crazy. And we also see Monster Reborn in the Marincess' deck here. So we're going to go Rhino 1, Silic 2, Scream 3, Agito, or... Yeah, we're going to be activating some cards here, and we're going to be chaining the Wave onto the Rhino Heart, making them have to mill and not draw. or I guess like, having them forcefully mill and not just dump one themselves here. We see Planet, Ash, and a we see one of the shufflers, though. That's what we hit. And we hit a Fenrir as well, so we're getting a little bit of information on the deck. I think Fenrir is pretty standard because it searches for tier cache now, so not really a surprise that that's in its deck. I just don't know where you really go from here. We do see a Dark Ruler no more, as well as Shiren in the hand. We're going to activate Planet here. Planet will be able to search us for the Havness, but we hit it with Ash Blossom. So trying to really stop those. We have the Shiren anyways, so it's going to activate its effects, which is going to be dumping the second Shuffler here. And then we're going to be seeing them hit a Diviner. Did it hit the other one as well? Did it hit Havness? We have 3 tier names on the field, which is kind of crazy. We could activate Polymerization here, go for Kaleido Heart, and that would also let us fuse with our opponent's stuff. That'd be kind of crazy right now if we ended up having a Poly, but I don't think that he actually plays Poly. He's only on one King of the Swamp, so this could be an interesting, activating Poly would go very hard here. We're going to go into Redoer. Redoer attaches, banishing itself, and it attaches for effect. Then we're going to get the Shiren effect here, which is going to be able to put back itself. They're looking at their extra deck. This is the first attempt to a fusion summon here, which is going to probably go through. And we also have the King of the Swamp here that we could return, which is an Aqua as well. So we are going to see them go for the Kaleido Heart here. We do see the Dark Ruler in the hand. And then we're going to be able to activate the effect here of the Kaleido Heart as well as the Rhino by putting them. So it's going to be popping the Kaleido Heart there. So Kaleido's going to attempt to shuffle back the Battle Oceans, and then we're going to be popping the Kaleido Heart. Kaleido Heart will summon itself out here, and then it's going to be able to sending a copy of probably the Havness, because it has not activated here. Or they could go for the tier cache, it looks like. And so then the tier cache will activate its effects here. Hitting a Scream and the King of the Swamp once again. I wonder why they didn't just go for the Havness, unless Havness is in hand. They're going to go battle phase, going to attack over it. They're going to be setting one card here and passing turn. Or it looks like they're going to be making sure before they pass. So anything. They're reading the Spring Girl in the graveyard. But we still have a Coral on the field, which is very nice. Because when it hits the graveyard, it can activate its effects to add back, I believe. So, repassing turn with one in hand here. Maybe making their opponent believe that we do have the Havness in hand. And we're going to be summoning back the Redoer. Redoer effect's going to equip. Let's see what we end up equipping. We hit a spell card here. Pot of Desire is going to let us draw an additional card here. Then we're going to Kaiju here. The Kaleido Heart. Was not expecting the Kaiju, to be honest. That's kind of wild. So here we're going to be activating the effect of Medora. Shuffling back the Heart. And probably some of their own stuff, no? the Kaleido Heart as well as the Pelarino. Okay. This doesn't look too great here for the Marincess player. We're gonna activate Dive, which is gonna be able to summon back from the graveyard here, targeting the Blue Tang. And do we have another Shuffler in the grave we could activate here? We are going to be activating the Keldo there. So burning through both Shufflers. It's very nice. And this will also allow us to pop, I believe. We put back the Trap and then the Agito. So it's going to be popping the Coral, I'm pretty sure. I think it's as long as the Tears put back to the deck, it pops. I could be completely wrong, though. Looks like we're not going to be activating the field spell. Maybe it's only monsters. I don't think that Marincess has it, though. We're going to normal summon Ash Blossom here. Will they chain the Scream? We're going to see them end up activating the Meta Noise, negating the Coral. It's going to be sending the Merly. Merly will be able to activate its effects. Going to be using itself, King of the Swamp, and the copy of the Aqua Kaiju here to go for a Kaleido Heart, and Kaleido Heart as well as the field spell will pop and spin back, and that's just going to be a game with 0 cards in hand. Didn't even have to use Scream there, which is kind of crazy. I think it's kind of cool, you know. We end up seeing Tier take that one with pretty much swiftness here, you know, having lots of options that they milled. They end up hitting the Kelbeck and the Agito. Pretty crazy, you know, milling pretty much half of their deck right there. You know, milling 10 cards from your deck is well, we saw a grand total of 13 cards milled, I believe. 13 cards out of 35 is essentially, you're going to be seeing what cards you want to hit. We didn't see the Havness, though. But when you hit the cards as well, you're also getting searches. So you're milling actually almost 20 cards of your deck. We end up seeing a Scream as well as the Merly. Those both milled. Well, I guess Scream didn't mill 3, but those essentially milled 6. And then we saw 16 plus some chosen ones and adds. So that's 20 cards out of 35. And then you're starting 5, of course, which is very nice. You know, end up hitting only 15 cards out of the deck left with your searching and stuff like that. It's just really nice to hit. And then your Fenrir searches, your King of the Swamps, and then you get to put back as well. So you're not really actually losing the game that much. That's what I think is crazy with Runic as well. You know, putting back those 3 and drawing 3 is pretty insane. When you're drawing 4, 5, 6 cards a turn, it's very nice. But here we're going to be seeing Marincess potentially going first once again. You know, they didn't have that many hand traps. We saw Ash, and that's pretty much it. You know, they were able to set up their whole board, not the best with the Mandarin, but they still had the full combo here, which is nice. But diving into game 2 here, we're going to be seeing the Piscalis, a lot better normal summon here, summoning out the whatever her name is, Blue Tang here. Blue Tang will end up dumping the Seahorse. And I believe this is one of the best combos that you could possibly hit here, but we don't hit again off the Blue Tang, which is unfortunate. You know, Pearly misses, Blue Tang misses. Brand Infusion gets Ash, all good days. You know, it doesn't ever miss Tear. Tear never misses, which is kind of crazy. We're going to be doing the links away for the advantage cards, activating Dive, activating the Battle Ocean, activating Dive, summoning out the Mandarin here, And I think we're at full combo here, I'm pretty sure. Going for the Crystal Heart. Summoning out Mandarin. Going here into the copy of the Coral Anemone. And then we're going to be able to summon back out the Angel. Going into our copy here of the Triangle. Triangle will be able to add back, or Coral will add back. Then we're going to be discarding the Blue Tang here. Searching us for the Wave. Linking both of those away for the Argonaut here. And then we're going to be able to activate the effect. Going to be equipping, once again, the same three as we did before. Slug, Angel, as well as Coral. And do we have another card to set? We do have another card to set this time. Okay. And just passing turn on this. How will Tear break this board once again is the question. We pretty much sped through the Marincess board just to be able to be beat. We're going to be seeing Sharon activate the effects here. Pitching the Rhino Heart, and we see a Grief, Planet, and a Foolish. Rhino will activate its effects here, I believe. We're going to activate Gozen Match. And Rhino is a water, so we can't actually summon himself out. That is insane for us. Now, Rhino Heart being one of the different ones, all the hearts are different than the rest of the engine. We're going to be chaining here the Cosmic, but we do negate that with the with bringing out the Coral. So now we're down to 3 cards, I believe, in hand. We're going to activate King of the Swamp here, so we are on the fusions, polymerizations here. I did not know that. There an activate polymerization here using the Rhino and stuff going into a Guardian Chimera because it is a dark. Okay. Then we're going to be Chainlink 1 here, activating Guardian Chimera. Chainlink 2 is going to be the copy of the whatever his name is. So it's Guardian Chimera 1, Sharon 2, and then the Tear Cache 3 here, which milled nothing there. Then we're going to be returning to summon a dark. And do we have no more cards in hand? We may be out of cards completely, actually. And we're summoning the Grapha there, but we have no cards. We have to force the negate. So we're going to be putting back this Sharon as well as the King of the Swamp here. We do have no cards in hand. So we're going to be drawing 2 and popping 1. A very nice fan there from the Tear player. So we're going to be popping the Battle Ocean here. That seems like a very fair pop. We do see a Keldo in the hand. We're going to go Battle Phase, attack into the Argonaut. It's going to die here. And then we're going to be using Grapha to attack into the Coral. Coral activates effects here to add back the Blue Tang potentially. And they're just going to negate it with the copy of the Grapha, dropping the Keldo here. So they're going to be having a shuffle back, which is going to be essentially a form of interruption here. And if we have a copy of a Tear in the hand, It's going to be pretty crazy. We're going to activate the effect of Triangle here, which is going to be banishing itself out. Summoning, I think it's 2 Link monsters that equal level Link 3. We only have one form of interaction here, so like we could go for Grapha, but then like what's the last? They have like 3 cards left in hand. We know one of them is Wave, and I believe we also know one of them is Sea Angel or Seahorse that they added back. So we're gonna be actually chaining the Keldo there, shuffle back those links. Then we're gonna activate Piscalis here to summon back one from the graveyard. Or to add back. Okay, we're adding back the Dive. We're going to special summon, or normal summon out Spring Girl. Spring Girl is going to be linking away here into the Blue Slug. Blue Slug is going to be chained by the Spring Girl here, which hits Spring Girl and adds back. We're going to get out the Seahorse. Link 2 into Coral. And so I think we're going to activate Coral here, trying to bring back out the copy of the Crystal Heart. We're going to take a second to read Dive, which is very fair at this point. We're going to activate discarding the King of the Swamp there with a Grapha, which is going to be fine here. We do have the Dive as well as some other cards. We're not in a great position, but we can activate the effect Banish to summon out the Spring Girl here. Then we can link away for Angel. Angel can add us back add us a copy of Dive once again. You know, not the greatest, but it is follow-up if we get another turn. Then we're going to be linking into a copy of the Marble Rock, which is kind of like a Towers here. And then Coral is going to be able to add us back a Blue Tang and the Battle Ocean. So we can now summon from the deck with the Battle Oceans here, which is very nice. And our opponent doesn't have... They're going to be on top deck mode here. So if we can get rid of that Grapha, we will be in a much better position. We're going to activate Dive, summoning from the deck here. Probably going for a Mandarin, perhaps. I don't really know Marincess that well, to be honest. Going for a Piscalis here, okay. I believe this is also a follow-up. Linking those away into a Bubble Reef. And then we get to equip here. Activate Bubble Reef. I think Bubble Reef banishes and then makes it boost 600 or something like that. Banishes Blue Tang. Summons out the... Okay, that's crazy. Summoning out the Triangle here. We're going to see Bubble attack. Or, we're going to go into a copy of Zealantis here, actually. So Zealantis effect's going to activate, shuffling back, and they're waterlocked here. So then we're going to be... Oh, it doesn't go back in the extra monster zone, but that's probably better for them, to be honest. And they're going to attack here, and they're going to be on simply top deck mode, and they have a Havness, and they're going to scoop it up, realizing that their opponent's going to be able to just go swing for game next turn. So moving on into game 3 here, we actually saw Marincess able to take it there. I do believe we're getting, I think that we have, a minute left. Or, no, it's under a minute currently until the timer is going to be running out here. So, we're going to be attempting to side here, but I assume it's going to be called, and it's going to be just simply a tie here. But we're going to be probably seeing if they would have gone first. Tier would have gone first there. But I really do like how Marincess is able to take games, especially with the follow-up that they have, being able to like play extremely well under like some very like low power stuff. Like Grapha, having Grapha end up milling that or hitting that Keldo and then having the shuffle back, because of the way that they operated their cards and they use them in a correct order, they're able to like push through it, which is I think is very nice. We see like a high power ceiling level compared to like just a bread and butter spit out combo there. But time ended up just getting called here, so we are going to be ended up seeing this being a tie. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. I know that we don't like always seeing the game 3 here. We showed the Mourner as if like if we would have been able to hit that could have been huge to win the game there. But regardless, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. If you want to see some more content like this, let me know in the comment section down below. Don't forget to stay safe. Peace.